Andy.
Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too. When Pure talks about having storage for the future and that makes you ready for the future, what do you mean by that?
Well, what we mean is that storage is not a commodity, right? Storage should be innovated on. And we've created storage as a platform. So we have different storage solutions to meet customers' needs across a variety of use cases and platforms. So we have our on-premise arrays, our FlashArray and FlashBlade product line, and our converged products with Cisco and NVIDIA. But we also have our native cloud offerings, our cloud native solutions, Cloud Block Store, and Portworx. So we're able to deliver storage in the way that the customer needs over time. So we're not forcing you to come on premise or forcing you into the public cloud or forcing you into a colo. We're giving you optionality. We're saying we'll deliver the storage wherever you need to meet your business and in the way and the performance that you require as well. Now, along those lines, what we also mean is that things like non-disruptive upgradability comes into play. So we talked a little bit about TCO in the past. We've talked a little bit about innovation and what differentiates Pure on that front. Really thinking about the future, right? How do you buy a platform today that's going to serve you well into the next several years so that you don't have to focus on upgrades, right? Nobody wants to do a forklift upgrade anymore. Nobody wants to have to come and rip and replace hardware in their environment, right? Going through that whole iteration is risky, it's expensive, it's time consuming. The business doesn't want to have to deal with it, right? With Pure, make us your last data migration. Put Pure in place, you never have to migrate data again.
So it sounds like Pure is engineering obsolescence out of storage when that used to be what everyone expected, the rip and replace, the replacing every few years.
Exactly. Think about it. It's a business model. We don't do that. With Pure, you can run through generational upgrades in our hardware without ever having to migrate your data again. In fact, over 90% of all the arrays that we've ever sold, Kevin, are still in production in customer environments today because they're able to go through generational upgrades throughout that 13-year life cycle, right? So as we introduce new controllers for performance, as we introduce more dense storage in terms of drives, right? Our customers can take advantage of those things natively.
Yeah, and I've talked to some customers who actually bought Pure's first product, and like you say, they've not only gone through the upgrades, but those are still being used for production systems because they've been upgraded to run just like a new array.
That's right, and that's the beauty of Pure. You can do that. So it's just like the ship of Theseus, you know, an old analogy you can go back and read about. I won't tell the story here, but you know, the idea is you upgrade every component over time. And the question ultimately becomes, wait, do I have the same storage array or do I have a new storage array?
Anytime someone name checks the ship of Theseus, I'm on board. So thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.
So I understand that Pure Storage offers subscriptions for its storage no matter how a customer decides to consume. Tell me a little bit more about how those subscriptions actually work.
So with Evergreen One, you're basically subscribing to an SLA. You subscribe to a capacity that you want to consume and then a performance level. Based on that, you pay a fixed price. So you consume more, you pay more. You consume less, you pay less. When you're done with it, you give it back and it all goes away. With Evergreen Forever, you're subscribing to innovation, right? In fact, we call it a subscription innovation. It's not a maintenance program. Maintenance is included as a component, but you're getting all of the feature upgrades that we come out with over time as a component of that. Also, with Evergreen Forever, every 3 years when you renew your support as a customer, you get free controller upgrades. So you're getting the latest and greatest of hardware that we have to offer.
What does rip and replace mean in the context of data storage?
I mean, it literally means that you have to take your existing hardware and software out of your environment one day and replace it with something new, right? So you're ripping the old stuff out and putting something new in, net, right? With Pure, you don't have rip and replace. It doesn't exist. Every component of a Pure array, just like the ship of Theseus, is non-disruptively upgradable. The drives, the controllers, the chassis, everything, and it's all meant to last.
How does scalable storage work with cloud computing?
Scalability is really important when you think about it in terms of clouds. Either you want to consume more cloud, you want to go to the cloud. In most cases, you're doing that so that you can achieve some additional scale and agility. But what we're also seeing is customers wanting to repatriate from the cloud, right? So with Pure, with our platform, we're able to deliver scalability across either environment. Because it's a native Purity operating environment, we deliver the same feature set, whether it's in the public cloud or on-premise.
What are the best scalable storage solutions for enterprises?
The best scalable solutions, in my opinion, are the ones that meet your performance needs, right? So meeting the capacity that you need at the time that you need it, meeting the performance that you need at the time you need it is absolutely critical. Now with Pure, remember, non-disruptive upgradability, right? And the ability to consume as a service, true OpEx, under an SLA. What those both mean is that you can get the performance and the capacity that you need from Pure in the environment that you need at the point in time that you need.
Well, Andy, thanks again for your time. Really enjoyed it today.
Thanks, Kevin.